There are some bars that if they find out that a crowd is from Spokane, they will strongly encourage them to leave.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
And I'm Whitney Ward. It was a big problem last winter, a surge in alcohol-related crimes in downtown Coeur d'Alene. And a big reason was Idaho bars staying open during the pandemic, attracting patrons from Washington. Also, police say people were often overserved.
But now the Coeur d'Alene Police Department says things are much better. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley joins us live from Coeur d'Alene tonight with how they made that happen. Amanda?
Back in February, the Coeur d'Alene Police Department had to increase enforcement here in downtown Coeur d'Alene, and that's because they saw an uptick in alcohol-related crimes here in the downtown area. Now, 9 months later, the situation has improved, and that's because police formed a partnership with downtown bar owners. Now, Coeur d'Alene Police Chief Lee White said 4 bars in particular, Mix, the Beacon, and the Moose Lounge and the Iron Horse, were the most popular locations for calls. Now, those 4 establishments alone received 122 calls in the first 2 months of this year. Now, CDAPD said increased population on weekends and overservice at these bars were the main contributing factors. Now, Captain Jeff Walther told me some bars either did not have training or resources to understand when someone was overserved. So the department met regularly with those owners and formed a partnership that eventually would stop overservice.
Not overreaching as a government entity was important to us, and so really getting them sit down and giving them ideas on what modeled success looked like, what different environmental things that they could do to curb that crime and help us establishing communication not with just the police department but between each other when they have a problem, to let the neighboring bar know, hey, we just had this problem, they're headed your way.
Now, when the situation was at its worst, the Coeur d'Alene City Council made disorderly conduct illegal. This gave police an additional tool to curb alcohol-related crimes, but Captain Walther believes the relationship the department built with the bar owners made the biggest impact. Now, today, the department is happy to report they're getting less calls to the downtown area for alcohol-related crimes. Even compared to last year, alcohol-related crashes are seeing a decrease as well. Reporting in downtown Coeur d'Alene, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. Okay, we want to take a live look across Washington this afternoon. On your left, that is a live look at Snoqualmie Pass right this minute.
And on your right, a live look at downtown Spokane. The leaves are pretty here, obviously, but it seems to be, raining as well. The Department of Transportation, by the way, warning this won't be an ordinary winter on our roads.
That's because staffing shortages could mean some roads, some passes may be closed longer when there are storms. Cody Proctor is joining us right now with more on what drivers should expect this coming winter. Hi, Cody.
Hi, Mark and Whitney. The Washington State Department of Transportation has been preparing for winter for months now, so snow really is just a matter of time when it comes to our forecast. But like many other businesses and agencies, staffing shortages are creating some issues. WSDOT says they usually have about 1,500 people in winter operations jobs. That's in a typical pre-pandemic winter. But as of late October, the department says they're down almost 300 of their typical winter staffing positions. WSDOT says safety will remain their top priority despite the shortages. So here's what we can expect as we head into the winter season. Some roads and passes will be closed longer than normal during and after significant storms. In addition, officials say that some roads won't get the same level of service, may be plowed minimally, or will have snow and ice on the roadway for a longer time, while some areas may not be staffed 24/7. Officials say that could especially be true for large or long-lasting storms, since they won't have a deep enough staff bench, as they put it, to respond 24/7 for several days throughout the storm. Some lanes, according to the Department of the Freeway System, may also have snow and ice, while crews focus on keeping just 1 or 2 lanes open. And there may also be lower speed limits for areas with variable speed limits. There could also be a slower response time to crashes and other emergencies, and it may actually take longer to clear major crashes or slide-offs. And finally, the department says to expect less attention to secondary routes and recreation areas as crews focus on those higher priority roads. So what can drivers do to help out with the department? Well, they say they're asking drivers to be ready for winter conditions. That includes making sure their vehicles are ready, packing winter supplies, and staying informed about conditions both before and during travel. In the studio, Cody Proctor, KREM 2 News.
Cody, thank you very much. All right, going to stick with the snow theme right here and turn things over to meteorologist Michelle Boss. And Michelle, it looks like we got some cold temperatures, at least colder, on the way.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about some snow for the higher elevations, for the mountains, not so much in the valleys, at least not here in the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. We've got just plain old rainfall today. Snow level still up about above 4,000 feet, but 3/100 of an inch of rain at Spokane Airport as of 4 o'clock, 6/100 in Deer Park, and a couple of sprinkles from Omak to Sandpoint and to Coeur d'Alene. Taking a look at satellite and radar right now, we still have some light rain across much of eastern Washington, and I think that's going to continue through the early evening hours. So folks are headed out to area football games. It looks like the rain is going to be relatively light, but you still may be dodging a few sprinkles into early evening. Temperature wise, rain kind of kept our temperatures down this afternoon. We topped out at 49 degrees. We might have hit 50, currently 47 though, and probably not going to be warming up much since we still have the rain around. 46 in Coeur d'Alene. It is in the lower 50s where it's a little bit drier out in central Washington. 53 in Moses Lake, 53 in Lewiston. They were also dry this afternoon. Here's a look at the next 12 hours. The computer model isn't putting the sprinkles in there, but again, I think we do have the threat for continued light rain through about 6-7 o'clock this evening. Temperatures falling into the 30s overnight. Here's a look at your upcoming weekend. Looks like showers on Saturday, breezy as well, and mostly cloudy on Sunday. Highs both days only in the 40s.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much. New at 4, Spokane is getting its own professional soccer team, but now the question is, from what league? In 2020, USL Soccer announced plans to bring a men's and women's team to town.
Well, now another organization wants to bring a different league to the city. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk is here now to explain how this is complicating things. Kyle?
Well, there can only be one team, and for the past year and a half, USL Spokane seemed to have secured its spot. They were even invited to be part of the new downtown stadium design process. Now Brett Sports, the organization that owns the Spokane Chiefs and Spokane Indians, has confirmed they are exploring bringing a different soccer league to Spokane. Brett Sports envisions a type of MLS farm team which would develop talent for larger markets. Brett Sports wouldn't talk on camera, but did give us this statement saying, "We are very excited about the possibility of partnering with the MLS and Public Facilities District. As is the case with our other teams, the Spokane Indians and Spokane Chiefs, our goal is to provide affordable entertainment for the Spokane community." But USL Spokane argues its team would be built for Spokane by Spokane.
And our objective isn't to develop talent that's going to be in a faraway market. Our objective is to develop talent here with our own community, and our players will live here, their families will be here, and they will be a part of us.
Now the Public Facilities District will have the final say in what league gets to play in Spokane. Their CEO told us they will select the league which brings the most value to the community. Now coming up at 5, we're going to look at what's next in the selection process and the timeline. Mark and Whitney.
Kyle, thank you very much. All right, still to come on KREM 2 News at 4. Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers is trending today for spreading misinformation about the coronavirus. Coming up, we'll show you parts of his interview that have since come under much scrutiny.